day. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it.
Intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 65 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return is Pettis. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's got his man on the crossbar. passing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Samson Abukum in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It's third down.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Buffalo and Houston, 2 up-and-comers in the AFC, and you may remember they met in the wild card round a season ago. That game most likely to be remembered for the Deshaun Watson play where he spun away from the 2 defenders before finding Tywan Jones for a big play late. And that game went into overtime, tied at 19 before Kaimi Fairbairn won it with a field goal in the extra session. On 1st down, Newton. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They snap it to Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Darnold from the gun. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Rashawn Gary, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Play action. It's Darnold. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catch.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Newton got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. A smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Off play action. Newton escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Darnold. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing again is Darnold. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat and...
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tease Tabor. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
3-yard line.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he finds Montgomery complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10. At their own 21.
So here are the Bills to take over. They lead things here as they start first and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the 50, it's Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsay touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
At the 25-yard line.
Second and 10. Newton again. And he rifles one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard.
Newton's pass. Intercepted.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his right. Looking deep here for Ebron. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there of 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good 1st half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Samson Abuka picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards on the play.
47-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Bills 27, Texans 14.
Newton on 1st down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where did you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Darnold. He's got his tight end fan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Phillip Lindsey. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
On first down, it's Newton. Open man is Duvernay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Newton on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Flushed out right. And the ball comes out.
Newton on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Another run by Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Philip Lindsay on the carry.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's got Adams on the hookup. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Adams, 89 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them